He chastens who he loves. He really don't want you comfortable, not even us in his work. He has a plan and he is working it through man, through us. And sometimes in order to understand what direction he's trying to pull us in, he gotta turn up the fire on this melting pot. The Most High's people is struggling. This earth is currently giving into the hands of the wicked. We are not having fun. We are not rich. We are not loving this life. We are shrouded in prejudices, poverty, and injustice. That's him whipping us straight. Cause if we comfortable here, we won't work for the kingdom to come and receive this wonderful eternal gift that he has set up for us. But see, your pastor ain't teaching that, is nah. He teaching that if you broke, the Most High ain't blessing you. That the Most High don't favor you, ain't watching you, ain't worried about you, and ain't protecting you. He lying. You better open up your Bible and read it. The Most High's people, the Israelites, after they disobeyed and failed, they were poor. They was oppressed, held back, held down, and their enemies was wicked and thieves, rich and powerful, and they executed disorder and injustice over the land as the authority. You ever ask yourself what a bunch of Romans was doing in the Holy Land, bossing Hebrews around, giving them hell? Yeah, well, we them same Hebrew Israelites, and they them same Romans. But somehow they got you believing that we one nation. Listen, if the Most High ain't whooping you, you ain't having no hard times, always had a silver spoon in your mouth, everything is always going your way, then you need to be worried. Cause he chastens who he loves.
Sometimes life's crazy. Sometimes it brings me down. Sometimes my mind's hazy, but I'm gonna be alright. Sometimes it seems I won't make it, but I know that's a lie, yeah, yeah. No matter what life brings me, I'm gonna be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Yeah.
It ain't no time for me to be worried about none of that. I gotta step away from this to look at some of that. Alright? No thank you. La'aka water. I was like Big Papa when I was begging the Father, give me one more chance, one more dance. Trying not to miss a beat, controlling my feet in my hands. Temptation burning me up, demons attack, slapping me all in the face. I'm trying not to react. We show stakes in the rent leg, fix the car, now the brakes. Sign up with a higher devil, start taking this stuff away. Cause I can't handle dope, careful what I'm selling folks. My wife career was medical, sorcerer, she let it go. Savings go out the door, the walls start to close. We won't sin for cash flow, that's why real servants is poor. You thought this righteous road was about to be easy? Devil diligent as we be, it's sure to get greasy.
Sometimes life's crazy.
Yeah, life is crazy sometimes, you know.
Sometimes it brings me down.
Can't let them bring me down, bring me down.
Sometimes my mind's hazy.
Father ain't the author of confusion.
I'm gonna be alright.
We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Yeah, we gon' be alright. It's all to why Malak, as long as I can step out, look up and see that blue sky. I know the Father do work, and everything gon' be alright. Dodge a negative vibe. I continue to strive. We got nothing to fret, cause our God is the high. As up as you can get. Satan fell downstairs 12,000 years ago, still trying to get back up there. So what shall I fear? I just incline my ear and keep my Bible near. He talking, I can hear. When he let trouble touch and I find myself in the rut, I know my current level done and he want me to pick it up. And frankly, this is enough for me to speed his business up. Hatch out my cocoon, drop a track, wake his children up. Stop eating food, hit the black top and get it, bruh. Screaming like a loon on the corner, chopping wisdom up. Spontaneous, left the cell phone back in the truck. Missing everybody car, wife like you tripping, bruh. Where you at? Yeah, life is crazy sometimes, you know.
Sometimes it brings me down.
Can't let them bring me down, bring me down.
My mind's hazy.
cloudy and sorrow of mine, you know. We gon' be alright. We gon' make it, y'all. We was made for this, we gon' be alright. We was made for this. Yeah, we gon' make it. For the elect's sake, these days shall be shortened. Days shall be shortened. No matter what they throw at us, we gon' make it. The answer to this tribulation, right? The answer to this tribulation is the work. That's what he trying to stop. He trying to stop the Father's will from being done. That's the answer though, huh? To these trials, the work. That's what the answer to all our temptations is too, the work. What's gonna make us feel better? The Father's work. He's shoving us into a new level of diligence. He trying to show us a vision that we ain't never seen. And if we hearken unto his voice, we move up. If we resist, baby, we going down. Don't run from his work, run to his work in these hard times. It's a reward in it, you know, because it's kind of automatic for us to turn against the truth when he start chastening us. Proverbs 3:11. My son, despise not the chastening of thy power, neither be weary of his correction. Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty. Hebrews 12:5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of thy power, nor faint when thou art rebuked of it. For whom thy power loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son of whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High did it with you as with son. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards, and not sons. Ouch. So with the Father rank chastening you, you should be worried. 2 Corinthians 4:16, which cause we faint not, but though our outward men perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Come on, all praises. One more, let's get out of here. 1 Corinthians 11:32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Most High, that we should not be condemned with the world. That's why he did it, because he didn't want us perishing like the rest of the world. That's why he whipping us so badly. And he who endures to the end shall be saved. Brother Brown, Shalom.
Yeah, go hard. Yeah, this right here is in response to the letter written in 1925 by Pope John Pius, or whatever his name is, claiming that they have the right to change Old Testament laws and create new ones, and that Sunday is the official day of worship.
Who could stand these balkan cross-wearing, backbiting blasphemers, Baal whoring sacrilegious while you follow after her? Devils in the flesh, I can see it in their eyes, mocking Christ on the cross while they spreading all their lies. Bunch of 666 repping unholy terrorists, posing to the world as they heir to his benevolence. Satan's on the throne wearing Catholic cologne, and his ministers are born in the center of Rome. How you give these kings crown when you're not the crown king? Everyone is bowed down just to kiss his crown's ring. Bunch of baby touching, boy rubbing, lovers of vice. How you giving out pardons when Christ paid the price? Why they call you Holy Father when there's only one the higher? Satan wants to be above, but there is no higher. What authority? Pope, you a goddamn liar, and you all will have a part in our God's damn fire. Claiming you're vicarious Christy, making all them fools kiss the ring. Cause David said kiss the son, yeah, he's the holy one, the only one. What are you doing? Bringing all the earth down to ruins. You're such a blasphemer. Yeah, you're a blasphemer. Yeah, you're such a blasphemer. Saturday could never be the sun's day.
Catholicism claiming that they got all the wisdom, but look where all the schisms coming from, it's hard to miss them. Canon law claiming that they got authority to change the Sabbath. Now the whole world make it a habit to obey their masters, deceiving the masses. Upper class or lower class, it don't even matter. Pope replacing the Son of God as well with a poker face, so it's kinda hard to tell. It's a joke to Satan making you follow the Nicolaitans. Yoke around your neck choking so ain't no room for gracing. Mercy dries up, storing lies up. Poor houses on your corner, hoes line up. For the Eucharist, the blasphemy wine cup. Since early AD, stay keeping them crimes up. Hymn bells, but you ain't keeping them chimes up. Your your time's up faster than I finish this rhyme up.
Claiming you're vicarious Christian, making all them fools kiss the ring. Cause David said kiss the son, yeah, he's the holy one, the only one. What are you doing? Bringing all the earth down to ruins. You're such a blasphemer, yeah, you're a blasphemer, yeah, you're such a blasphemer. Saturday could never be the son's day.
So many people put their hope in the Pope. These man-made priests need to be hung by a rope. A Gentile can never sit in the Levite seat. It'll be like sunlight rising at a midnight peak. Besides, Christ said never call another man father. A highest his name, so why even bother to go to church on Satan's day, where the people break the law and make kids turn gay? Don't know which way to go or how to obey. Sitting up in mass like everything's A-OK. And while the organ play, people get up and pray to Christ's mom, an idol made from clay. These Roman Catholic cats got it twisted. False doctrines and lies to other denominations is shifted. Immaculate conception, rapture in the Trinity. Philosophies found nowhere in the Bible's vicinity.
Claiming you're vicarious Christian, making all them fools kiss the ring. Cause David said kiss the son, yeah, he's the holy one, the only one. What are you doing? Bringing all the earth down to ruins. You're such a blasphemer, yeah, you're a blasphemer, yeah, you're such a blasphemer. Saturday could never be the son's day.
I never fall for the banana and the tailpipe. The Catholic Church and the rest of our whores is all dice. Can't hold free down without me putting up a fight. Pope Benedict, I'm heterosexual like most Edomites. The chosen seed that the Most High doomed. The same bloodline that called us goons. But we'll see real soon. You're playing with fire and brimstone. Keep on. I'm covering your skirts to get shown. It's on. Plus I know about your hybrid clones. Inside the dome, there's nothing but pagan stones. So watch your tone. Watch your tone. Tables turn, you'll be gone so wrong. Until the death of me till my seed get grown. Be on your blocks, infiltrating your spots. Call the cops with the posters on the Bibles and Tanakhs. It's never gonna stop up. You fake demonic priest. It's over when the remnant of the children of Israel return to the east.
Claiming you're vicarious Christian, making all them fools kiss the ring. Cause David said kiss the son, yeah, he's the holy one, the only one. What are you doing? Bringing all the earth down to ruins. You're such a blasphemer, yeah, you're a blasphemer, yeah, you're such a blasphemer. Saturday could never be the son's day.
Straight blasphemy. These Catholics keep on asking me which day is the Sabbath, Sunday or is it Saturday? It's sad to say that your Hail Marys got you off, tossed to and fro off a doctrine that's false. Trying to carry a cross, now you lost in the sauce. From the Vatican, we back again, exposing the Satan. The earth was given into the hand of the pagans. Your bishop, your pope, pay homage to Dagon, the fish god that sent y'all nothing but an idol. It's something like a rival to the God of the Bible. But howbeit when the true spirit finds you, see the truth is that truth hurts when truth likes you. But so many so-called Christians like being lied to. I know because I too once fit them size shoes. So what did I do? I raised my IQ, so I advise you to open up your eyes, dude.
Claiming you're vicarious Christian, making all them fools kiss the ring. Cause David said kiss the son, yeah, he's the holy one, the only one. What are you doing? Bringing all the earth down to ruins. You're such a blasphemer, yeah, you're a blasphemer, yeah, you're such a blasphemer. Saturday could never be the son's day.
Bring Jake home, bring Jake back, bring Jake home. Now let me hear you say, bring Jake home, bring Jake back, bring Jake home, bring Jake back, bring Jake home, bring Jake back, bring Jake home. Now let me hear you say, bring Jake home, bring Jake back, bring Jake home, bring Jake back.
Here is the video of this is the 27th here, I do believe.
Shalom. Shalom. What's up, people?
Shalom, Israel.
We got quite of a lesson here, or do we want to call it a lesson? I don't know what
You can call it whatever. Real talk, keeping it real, uncovering the bullshit, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. But
Where do we begin?
Right, where do we begin? I know I got a few videos.
Oh, wait, all praises first.
What?
Let's do that.
You want to do videos first?
No, I mean all praise to the Most High, like that, you know.
Okay, yeah. But we're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Grown folk.
Yeah, this grown folk.
And leave your feelings at home.
Yeah, leave your feelings at home. We ain't dealing with feelings on here. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get that right quick.
Okay.
Isaiah 58 and 1.
While he grabbing that, we just want to say all praise to the Most High for you all. We grateful for him allowing us to see another day on his earth. And happy Sabbath.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Yeah, let's get into this lesson right quick. This is Isaiah 58 and 1, and it reads, cry aloud. So the Most High telling us to cry aloud. Spare not. And he's telling us to spare no feelings or emotions or whatnot. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right? And show my people. He said, show my people, right? Which we know as the children of Israel, so-called blacks or whatnot. It says, and show my people their transgression. Show my people their sin. And the house of Jacob their sin. So yeah, we're not dealing with no feelings here. You know what I'm saying? We're just dealing with truth. Let's talk about it or whatnot.
That's right. It's all for our learning to make us better. So.
Exactly. Because, you know, we are as a nation, you know, we are destroyed. We are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. What video do I want to go to first?
It's a lot going on. We're going to talk about us as a people,
Right.
and we're also going to hit a couple current events.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Did you want to do the current event first, or
we can flow with where we at right now?
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it then.
You got a video, or we just
no, not on fire.
Okay.
We'll talk. Right. But the topic dealing with Hebrew Israelite man and Hebrew Israelite women or whatnot, and the things that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? As far as and if you can help me a little bit, like explain, well, we both destroyed or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And we both need healing. You know, the black woman and the black man. You know what I'm saying? We can, you know, put it out there. You know, it's all because of the black woman. You know, it's her fault. It's the woman's fault or whatnot, which is scriptural. But the man got to be held to some kind of standard too, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we giving our women to work with? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about this.
Yeah, feel free to comment, chime in. We're not going to stay on this subject for the whole video, so come on with it. But basically, we've been talking about the dynamic between the black man and the black woman. Forgive us for using the terms black, but we want to use words that our people can understand. We done with all this fancy talk, this English vocabulary, you know, it's cool, you know, but for our people to understand, we got to talk in a way our people can understand, okay? So, I started a new book. Forgive me, I know it's gonna sound terrible. I cannot pronounce the woman's name properly, but she's all over Facebook. But I do know the title. The title is The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. Now, I got it online, so you know I'm listening to it. I haven't purchased it yet. I'm old school. I like to read books in my hand. But the point that I've gotten so far from listening to the book is that we're destroyed as a people. And this is, of course, biblical, which is why it stands out so much. The man and the woman. And a lot of the information this sister brings is hard to hear, even for me, someone who I like to think is, seeking the truth and trying to change my behavior. It's difficult to hear negative things about oneself. But when you get to a certain maturity level, you need to hear that so you can change. And so I know a lot of black women have issues and beefs with, like, Jeezy, for example. He just married that Asian lady. I think her name Jeannie Mae. But she on one of them daytime talk shows. Young Jeezy, the rapper, just married her. And then interracial relationships in general. And based on this woman's book, The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man, and she also got another book, Vice Versa. But she's telling us as women, we're hearing it from an elder sister on why they don't want us. And what's so heartbreaking is when you take the layers of bullshit off, because most men say, let's use white women for example, they're more submissive. Well, this is social media age. You can't run that lie on us, because we see the videos of y'all women calling y'all niggas and calling your grandmother a nigger because y'all having some domestic stuff going on. We've seen videos of white men telling their women, leave them alone, come on, let's go, and the white woman still standing there going off, not being submissive. And so I noticed a pattern about a year ago, and in my mind, I'm writing a book. So I do a lot of research and watch things for material. And I started watching last year white women, any video I saw with them being non-submissive. And I mean, flat out, your man telling you to go. There was even a clip where a black man was asking the lady, he said, where's your husband? Where's your man? Because she wouldn't leave him alone. This is last summer when all these videos started to surface, with all these things going on. But the point is, to the black man, y'all, one of y'all biggest qualms with us is we won't shut the hell up. We don't know how to shut up and we don't listen to y'all. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that that's not true. But we got to go deeper than that. Why? Why does the black woman not want to listen to the black man? And based off reading this woman's book, you can find out that slavery was the beginning of it. And the white woman's liberation movement from her man was the finish him. Because after slavery, we were still marrying each other. Okay, when you look at them black and white pictures from the 40s, 50s, 60s, I grew up, my parents were not married, but they did co-parent, okay? But my grandparents were married, just like him. His grandparents are still married, on his father's side, and then on his mother's side, his grandparents were married until the day one passed away. So we're the first generation of single parent households, he and I. Okay, so a lot of you all, your grandparents were probably married, and then going back, they were also. So why we can't shut up? Why we won't listen to y'all? Why won't we submit to y'all? And that's not a black woman only trait. Again, non-submissive and having a big ass mouth is not just a black woman's trait. Okay, but the issue is we don't trust y'all. Y'all lost our trust and respect because you lost the ability to be able to protect. Ain't nobody gonna respect somebody that can't protect them. Ain't nobody even gonna listen to somebody that can't protect them. And that's just facts. So that's why we don't listen to y'all. That's why when y'all talk and tell us to do something, it's like, who is you? You're just a nigga. That's the response. Because during slavery, y'all was not able to protect us. And the reason you weren't able to is because the Lord set it up that way. So it all goes back to this was God's design. So how dare you as a black man being cursed, whether you believe it or not, but having problems, because I know we all know if you don't believe in the Bible, you do believe the black community has problems. You know that much. How dare you as a black man walk away from the black woman and go to another ethnicity under the guise of she's more submissive? Because that really means it's easier. It's easier for you to deal with her and her problems because everybody has problems.
She about to get deep, y'all. So that's why we was letting y'all know, like, leave the feelings away from here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to cut you off. Go ahead, baby.
We're hurt that you guys were not able to protect us. So we give zero respect to y'all. And it's true. Y'all couldn't protect us. during a period of time in history. God set it up that way, which means we all fall back under the curses. But the audacity to leave the black woman under the guise of she's too difficult, I don't want to be bothered, when black men have problems too, do they not? Black men suffer from problems just like the black woman, but we're not too quick, not saying we don't, Serena Williams, but we're too quick. We're not too quick, excuse me, to jump ship. Y'all quicker to jump ship and run over to Becky and Ling Ling or whoever. And I'm not trying to be derogatory, but I don't have no other names to say. But my point is, you'll leave the black woman feeling like it's easier for me to go over here when it's going to be problems with that. The Bible says all marriages have problems, not just black and brown marriages. And then you got the whole race card that's going to come up eventually anyway when you deal interracially. So that's just something that I took from this woman's book, and I found it to be profound. And let me say this for all you black men: slow your roll. Don't hate me yet. You women, let me tell you women something. You still the core of the problem. We. Let me look at myself in the thing. We are the core of the problem. Because just because the black man is too weak, yes, too weak to stay for the long haul and address the issues that we have as black women, because we didn't ask for this. We didn't wake up one day and say, I want to be big mouth and I want to out talk my man and outshine my man. Most of us, we learned this behavior from watching mama, maybe grandma, but most of our grandmothers didn't roll with what this generation is going with.
And just not to cut you off, but the men, you know what I'm saying, our so-called black men also learn wickedness or whatnot from the white man or whatnot. You know, I just want to, put that in there because again, it's not just on the woman, on the Israelite woman or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The black man, the Israelite man, he got to take some accountability.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yep. We owe each other an apology. Because as a black woman, I shouldn't be talking down to you and disrespectful to you. But I have to ask myself, why am I doing that? And after this woman's book, and I read and I really thinking about it, I'm like, of course, yes, slavery did that because y'all masculinity was taken from y'all. And the Lord allowed that to happen. So we can't even, that is what it is. But we have to learn to love each other and trust each other all over again. I have to learn, in spite of what I thought about my man and what other people say about black men, this is my man, and I have to trust that he will protect me, unless he shows me otherwise. But we go into these relationships with all this hurt, baggage, and unrealistic expectations that we got from copying our oppressor. The reason you got them bundles in your hair right now is because you copy the oppressor. Again, I ain't talking about you, but I'm explaining to you what you can't even really articulate. What you don't really know every time you go to the beauty supply or get online and order that straight weave. What you don't realize is you're copying your oppressor because you want to be like them, because we've been for hundreds of years, they've been in control of everything. And they set the tone, they set the standard. The reason you wearing Montclair is because the white man is Montclair a black owned company? That's why you wearing that expensive Montclair, because the Europeans set that up. Y'all know most of the style comes from Europe, correct? That's why you wear what you wear, because we imitate them. The white woman wanted to be free from her man. The white woman's liberal movement and feminism, if they so submissive, why they had a whole movement? To be liberated, to be free or separated from their man.
Great point. Great point. Another thing too, if anybody want to get in, y'all got to excuse the outside noise or whatnot. But if anybody want to get in on this conversation or whatnot, you can chime right in. Just just go to your web or whatever, type in vmix.com, right? And then it's gonna take you to where they want you to put your name at, and then they want you to put this number right here that's in front of you, the 7233. You do all that, and you can come right on in with us, and we can talk about this thing and elaborate, and you know what I'm saying, and,
And if you don't want to talk, you can always type a message in the chat on Facebook.
Exactly. Right. Right.
Excuse me, because I know a lot of people don't want to be on camera or online. We've had people want to chime in, but they don't want to, you know. So, so that's something else that I took from this woman's book, and I started reading it because I mean, I obviously have, you know, a wonderful black man, as you can see, but I wanted to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping y'all do this, but you know, like, we ain't perfect. We got to try to be better. And so I listen to different people that I would never normally listen to from a completely different perspective because I want to be better. I want to be a better woman, a better child of God, a better wife. So that's why I started listening to her book, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. This is the key to keeping a man? Like, this how you get a man? For those of you that need a man, a black man, we have to let go of learned behavior that's incorrect. If you were raised by your aunt, your grandmother, whoever taught you whatever it is that you know, the TV, you have to compare it to reality / the Bible. Really the Bible. But I know all y'all don't believe in the Bible like that. So I'm trying to meet you somewhere.
They'll be a believer in a minute though.
But my point is, if your mother taught you anytime, this is a good one, anytime you go somewhere with a man, you shouldn't come back hungry. Y'all heard of that one, right? Ladies know what I'm talking about. How you just went on a date and you came back hungry. Men might not know about this, but we all know that teaching from that old school woman that we had around that taught us how to work men. That example. Is that okay? If you just really just ask yourself, like, this is what Big Mama and them taught us and told us, and I kind of get her point. You don't give away the milk and that, like, that whole thing, but they're teaching you to be a user, because they're not teaching you don't do this because you need to save yourself for marriage and keep your value high. They're teaching you to basically work these niggas, get these niggas. And that's just one little example, because again, the whole video is not about this, but the principal point to take from it is, if you want your black man, you can't act like a black man because he ain't gay. He don't want another fucking man. And then 2, you need to stay in your place as a woman, which is probably number 1 again. But that's why they run into Becky. They don't want to put in that work. And again, that's not our fault. You know, the Lord put them in a position to where they can't take care of us. And that's just is what it is. The Lord put us all in certain positions where we got to go to the enemy or to the oppressor for certain things. And if we got to be patient with the black man to say, hey, I know the laws is made against y'all, so I'm going to work with you. You know, if I got to get stuff in my name, whatever we got to do to take care of stuff, that needs to be reciprocated. The black man should also be like, you know, I don't like all that attitude and all this and that, but I'm going to teach you. And we're going to work on that. When your man tell you, I don't like this, listen to him. I don't care what your grandma told you. If your man who's paying your bills and taking care of you and there for you and your children, if he say he don't like something, cut it out. Listen to your man. Don't listen to a woman who ain't got one. Like, why?
And 9 times out of 10, they listening to a woman who ain't got no man.
Or a woman with unrealistic expectations. That's the new wording for this. Unrealistic expectations. Again, I was just telling my husband.
I got to write that down.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You have, like, let's say slavery. Once the slaves was freed, I don't know, depending on what state you lived in, 1865 or 1870 something, depending on what state you lived in. Okay. That next generation that was born after the slaves was freed, what did they have? Didn't we hear the stories that the slaves were so confused with the end of slavery, a lot of them wanted to stay on the plantation because they didn't even know what to do? So if a man, one generation from slavery, what could he really possibly have? This is to go to show you it's a lie. It ain't all about money. Everything was not about money with our ancestors, because again, once the slaves was freed, that next generation, what did they have? They were starting from scratch. Like, it's not all about money. And it wasn't with our ancestors. That I can be by myself and all that shit, that's some 70s, 80s, 90s, more recent stuff. Look at the pictures that's circulating. You see men and women together. You see women in dresses. You don't see them half naked. And another thing, Everybody got nice small waists. They ain't all fat and stuff either. Y'all notice that when you look at our ancestors, and I'm talking about from the 60s, 70s, everybody ain't fat.
Because I think you're talking about a little clip we seen back in the day or whatnot. Some they were showing how they was dressed or whatnot. It was a brew that put it on there. Like, okay,
You can get the video about Tulsa, Oklahoma. A picture, hell, go look in your photo album. Go look at your grandma photo album and look and see how people dress and how they look. So I just wanted to mention that the black man is being exposed just like the black woman. But that don't mean we degrade them. That don't mean we make videos going hard on them for 3 hours, calling them ain't shit niggas. We don't do that. What we do is see their flaws, and as help meets, according to the Bible, we help them grow and get to where they want to be, but vice versa. Y'all can't leave us for Becky, because Becky ain't been through 400 years and generations of generations under a curse. Becky don't know nothing about the world hating her for her God-given features.
Becky don't know about the black man and what the black man going through and what he's, go through every day. You know what I'm saying? She don't know the black man, period.
And she wanted to be free from her man, little Miss Submissive Becky. Yeah, she wanted to be liberated from her man. And what did the devil do? What did the white people, white people do? They sucked all of you women into it, just like Eve and the devil in the garden. They sucked you away from your man. You know what? He ain't got me living how y'all living. I ain't got the white picket fence like y'all got. So you know what? Let me get my picket signs and come out in the streets. Yeah, women, we need more rights. We need to be able to do this and do that. Becky ain't have you in mind. That's for her to be liberated from her man so she can make just as much money on the job. When they do these salaries, I laugh every time. Oh, for every dollar a man makes, a woman makes 90 cents. And if it's a black woman, it's 70. And if it's a Hispanic woman, it's 50. You know what? They didn't go fight for equal wages for your black ass. They did that for them, for themselves, because a lot of them want to be lesbians. That's why they don't want to be bothered with their man. And they don't want to listen to their man either. Again, why was there a feminist movement? Because the white woman wanted to get away from her man. Don't let these brothers lie to you and tell you that, oh, she just so much more submissive. That's not it. It goes deeper. And some of them may not even know. Young Jeezy may not even understand why he wanted this Asian woman and had to marry her and, felt the need to want to marry her. He may not even understand or be at that point in his life to understand, or he might and made a conscious choice, Lord forbid. But a lot of men don't realize we lost respect for them because they lost the ability to protect us. And then the feminist movement was the final nail in the coffin. So it's easier to go be with someone who has generational wealth. It's easier to go be with someone who has acres and land passed down. It's easier to go be with someone who has family china and all these artifacts from their family to pass down. And I'm saying that because I looked at some of the pictures, and Jeezy was obviously partaking in some of their culture, their customs during their wedding. If you haven't seen it, there's pictures of him on his knees in front of what looks like her family, some elders, learning more of her culture. So we need to learn more of our culture. And part of our culture, why our men don't want to marry us, because we too much work. Now, I'm not saying that they're right, because they're wrong for that, but we're also wrong for putting them through so much. They already got to deal with so much stuff just being the black man. Yes, they couldn't protect us, but times have changed, and the Lord has ended slavery, chattel slavery anyway, and they're in a position where they can stand up for us and defend us if he's a real man, because a real man who's married to you will give his life for you. So they're in a better position now to protect us, but we still got the same mindset that we're carrying on because you've been taught he ain't shit, he ain't shit, he ain't shit. But he wasn't able to be shit for 400 years plus. Y'all don't understand how much of a setback 400 years is. Stop listening to them white people. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. 400 years is a hell of a setback. And that's just the shackle part. That ain't even the stuff that they doing now, behind the scenes, so to speak. So I'm in the beginning of this book, and it's just really opening my eyes to so many things. But I'm telling you now, if you want a black man to marry you, you can't be the black man, because he ain't gay, sis, so he not gonna marry a man. You need to be the woman. And I'm not saying that I shut up every time my husband tell me to shut up. I'm growing and I'm learning, but what I'm saying is you got to know your place, because if you don't, a woman of another nation, because she wasn't destroyed for 400 years, so her mama and grandma didn't pass down to her, girl, be sassy, nag him, do whatever till you get what you want. No, they teach they women to get married, get you a husband and get married, and then that way he got to take care of you and provide for you. So that's what we gonna teach our women.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm teaching my daughter. I mean,
right.
if you really want a husband, if you want a husband that looks like you, and we want to stop turning our men off to go to the other women, it has to be easier for them to work with us. We got to give them something to work with too. I can't just tell you he wrong for not wanting to marry you. He's wrong for not wanting to marry you and go to another race, but you're also wrong for trying to make his life a living hell. And I'm talking about people who decent. I ain't even talking about y'all that play baby games and you ain't got no money this week, you can't see your baby. That's a whole nother video, because that shit is, that's another way I'm going to talk to women like that. I'm talking to just regular women who just can't quite seem to figure it out. Like, you don't know, you got a little career, you take care of yourself, you're not quite sure why he don't want to marry us. We're too It's too much contention, and that's kind of like confrontational. No man wants to walk on eggshells at his own house. No man want to have to think about the words that come out his mouth every single time. You know, he don't want to have to worry about your attitude every day, all day. You know, maybe you have an attitude one day out the week instead of 7. You know, start there, start small. So, but I'm just telling you, we have to be more pleasant. We have to smile more. We have to be more understanding, more patient, but we have to make them feel comfortable and loved, even though they put us through so much shit. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot for us because as a people, we have been destroyed. So it's a lot that they have to go through to be with us, just like we got us. Hey, I know they put us through a lot. I know, but we put them through a lot too. And so if we want to change that and stop that, we have to change our ways and our learned behavior that's incorrect.
All right, we gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's like we holding on to it. We got what we supposed to be doing right here, but we holding on to this,
Yeah.
so we can't get this because we still holding on to this.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. I ain't finna listen to this nigga. Who the fuck is he? He ain't nobody. He just a nigga. Fuck him. No, because that ain't in the Bible. And if your mama ever told you that, that may have applied to that particular man, because they not all the same. So we gonna cut that. Just like all us women ain't the same. Everybody ain't running around in wrestling suits with bundles down to their knees trying to turn up. That's not everybody. And if you take offense to what I said, again, why are you wearing what you wear? Because 2 years ago y'all weren't wearing this. This is what they put out telling you to wear. And I don't know why women think you can wear whatever, even though you got a real big stomach. All of this stomach out, I know that's the style right now, and I know I ain't Miss Body, but come on, we saw a girl yesterday, and it was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It was unbelievable how much girth she had in that. But anyway, let me stay focused. The point is, we have to give our men something to work with, and they have to give us something to work with. We want to make them be accountable. They need to work. They need to provide. They need to put the PlayStation down. Then we need to give them something to work with too. I'm hearing it's men who have to tell women to clean up. I'm hearing it's men who have to tell women to cook. I'm hearing it's men that have to tell women to bathe themselves. Yes. I'm old school. My mama taught me you smell yourself first. So I don't know what this new age shit is y'all on, but the older you get, your hygiene should be better. It shouldn't be going the other way around. It's men who actually have to tell women this baby needs to be cleaned. Not the baby just went to the bathroom, like this baby need a bath. You know, my husband used to be one of these people. He used to be one of the people, oh, little kids' hands dirty. I don't want little kids touching me. They hands dirty and sticky, and they get your stuff sticky. I'm like, no, that just means somebody ain't wiped their hands after they finish eating. That's all that is. But he had this like thing with little kids, like little kids always getting your clothes dirty and their hands are sticky. I'm like, that's because somebody ain't wiping their hands. That ain't just a baby just randomly sticky. So we got to do better, ladies, because we're gonna move on. We ain't got all day to be on this topic. Y'all know we got kids, the whole shebang. But Black men, you got to be strong in all regards, not just physically strong, not just mentally strong enough to tell us our flaws. You got to be mentally strong enough to help heal us. You know how you got that person who always want to tell you something negative, but they ain't never got no solution, just always something bad. So yes, we need to shut the hell up, but also they need to stick through it with us and teach us and show us. I digress.
Yeah, but I'm getting a little I'm going in and out. But it's a good thing that we record, so you know what I'm saying. I can put it up later on the channel or whatnot.
I see what you mean.
You see it keep going out. It keep going in and out. But this is, you can see right here, it's supposed to be red. But every time it blink, it go out.
Mm.
Then it's gonna blink again. It's gonna come in. But
I'm gonna be like everybody else. Facebook, the devil don't want this.
right. That's what I was just thinking that. Like it's been doing fine. You know what I'm saying, for about 30
And look at how
minutes.
it's just flicking in
Right.
and out,
Like
in
it's
and out.
supposed to be red like this. It was red the whole time. But it's going in and out. Okay, but let me start this video right here. This is dealing with the fake Jews over there. Some people call them Ish, or some people call them what else they call them? I don't know, but some people call them Ish.
Israelis.
Yeah, Israelis. But it says, did the Israelis Messiah reveal himself to the world on Passover? So they saying the Messiah has been came. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all look at the video, and and it's gonna elaborate a little bit more on what's going on and whatnot. There you go.
I'm almost positive this is the 27th. This is at the Wailing Wall. This is that Josiah who ben David that they're claiming is Israel's new Messiah. This is really crazy. You can see here they're like pushing on this guy like he is somebody
This don't look
super
like this
duper
gonna be good.
important. Look at this. And they're like crowding him. People are going crazy around this guy. And this is only in Spanish. I have not found this at all in English. This is all in Spanish. This is at the Wailing Wall here. There he is at the Wailing Wall. He's here praying. Everyone's surrounding him. They are saying that this is the Josiah ben David, their Messiah. This is at the Wailing Wall. This is unheard of. This is what people that know anything about Israel was going on. And this is this guy right here. This guy right here. Hang on a second. Why isn't this stopping? It's being a pain here. Here we go. Hang on. Let me see here. Sorry about that. This guy right here is a head rabbi right here. For him to be here, this guy's 30 years old. For this rabbi to be here to say that this is okay is unheard of. This is wild. At the Wailing Wall with all of these students, all these people here, and this rabbi and these other rabbis in here, they represent hundreds of thousands of people. In some cases, millions of people, because their organizations are massive, and they've produced literally millions of students through the years. And for this head rabbi right here to let this guy pray at this very special place, this is where the rabbi comes in, and this is where they preach, they talk, they do all their stuff, is right here at this desk at the Wailing Wall, right here. For that rabbi to be doing that, sitting there, letting this guy do this is really it's unbelievable. And look at all the people lined up to try to get in here. I know there's a lot of critics saying that this guy is, not the guy, all this kind of stuff. But this guy, this is the 27th. This is Passover. This guy is fulfilling the Kaduri prophecies. I read the Kaduri prophecies and the Shoshone prophecy and other guy's prophecy in the previous video. And look at these rabbis right here. These are leading rabbis kissing this guy's hand. Look at this guy. He's leaning right here. And these guys are kissing this 30-year-old guy's hand at the Wailing Wall at this desk right here. This is unheard of. This guy, it's a humongous possibility that this guy is their Messiah, the false Messiah, the Antichrist. And look at all these rabbis coming here to kiss his hand. This is unheard of. Look at this. This is crazy. This is really, really wild. And the people are treating him like he is their Messiah. Look at them crowding around him. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Fulfilling Kaduri's prophecy, Shoshoni's prophecy on its day. So, all right, guys, I want to get this out there. Just please spread this. Please subscribe and like. Please, 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 please. I'm telling you, we are in the Great Tribulation. Has the first seal been broken? Is this guy right here? Is this guy right here? Is that guy right there? Him? Is he the Messiah? Their Messiah? The false Christ? He's half Jewish, half Muslim. So, and he's not wearing a mask. You notice that? He's not wearing a mask. So anyway, for this to happen at the Wailing Wall, all this fanfare, all this craziness, all these rebbes coming to give this guy, and he's driving in a limousine. This is something else, guys. All right, I just want to get this out there. Please share this again. Share this. Share this. Share this. So, all right, talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, Electron 101, and here is the video.
Okay. Now, this is in the scriptures or whatnot, as far as where it says there be many Christs, there be many false Christs or whatnot. See, I didn't get that scripture prepared. But we know that scripture as far as there'll be many false Christs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they're making a big thing about this. They're making a big thing about it, but they're not making a big thing about it. Because, you know, like I had to dig this up. But it's out there, though. But it's not on the main media. You know what I'm saying? This is something like, you know, significant. You know what I'm saying? Around the time that it's happening or whatnot. Supposed to be Passover, that they did this thing on or whatnot, that they acknowledging this devil.
We towards the end of time.
Yeah, we towards the end.
Believe it or not.
You know what I'm saying? If you know, for all y'all who out there that's in y'all bubble or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We at the end. We knocking on the door. As far as all the stuff that's been going on and whatnot, this is just one thing right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do a whole video on this stuff. I just needed a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go do your own research. You know what I'm saying? But this is significant to us, though. Let's go on. Let's move on.
Another video.
Another video. Which one is it? Minutes away.
Into a couple things right quick to up.
All right. This guy name right here is I think it's Marfugo News or something like that. It's the main alternate mainstream TV or whatnot. But my man, he put out good information out there. This one right here, this is about wars and rumors of wars. But we're gonna get into it.
Update you on the previous situation. We have U.S. sending 2 aircraft carriers, which I assume means that those will also go with their strike groups. If they are not sending strike groups, which they never do, that would just be weird. So I assume if you say you're sending 2 aircraft carriers, you're sending 2 aircraft carriers and then their respective strike groups. Carriers can't go by themselves because they're big, vulnerable ducks, basically. So they always go with destroyers and smaller boats in combination. On top of that, you have Japan sending aircraft carriers towards China. So Japan has these tensions, and again, nobody's talking about this. And the thing that I think is the weirdest right now is that on the top 10 on Twitter trending, which is kind of a judge of what is going on, nobody is talking about this. They are talking about Prince Edward or whatever. They're talking about DMX. But they're not talking about the fact that Russia just accused us of setting up research labs all along their borders making bio stuff. And by bio stuff, I mean, the bad stuff. They're basically accusing us at the same time as saying, oh, well, I'm sure they'll make the right decision. There was an interview with the Russian Security Council secretary, Nikolai Patrushev. And that interview is extremely telling. So please go over and check it out. We're going to link everything. Everything that we tell you here, we have a bibliography of sorts so you guys can go and access the information that we are getting. On top of this, tons of stuff is coming out about China. I wonder, too, I saw a weird one that said that the man-made islands, the Spratly, were sinking. I wonder if that's because they're putting so much weight on it. I don't know. Either way, we'll cover that later. Tonight's show is going to be over on the sister channel, Marfugal TV. So that will be a longer show. But Friday, we usually do unidentified. So we take videos from viewers, and then we watch your videos. You can actually submit it to marfugalnews.com/playmyvideo. But again, I wanted to update you on that. And then there are definitely things that I'm going to forget here that I'm going to end up telling you over there. So make sure to go subscribe to Marfugal TV. Again, it's the same spelling, only without news and add TV. So again, thank you everybody for coming, and I apologize about the sound issues that last time. But again, let people know this is really serious. The messages that I'm getting are basically saying that this is unlike anything they've ever seen. As far as all of our military in our groups and all of the military mothers and all of the military wives are saying people are getting pulled up. Specialists are getting pulled out. People are getting pulled off of vacation. Sounds really familiar, doesn't it? So, all right, guys, much love. I'll see you over on the other channel again tonight. We might be watching some weirder stuff. If you're new here, we usually watch anything from sightings to whatever you guys send in. So again, you guys kind of control Unidentified Fridays. So love you guys. Be safe. Be prepared. And Mark.
So, right there, Russia and America. And Russia is in cahoots with Ukraine. Ukraine and America are allies, right? Ukraine and Russia border each other. Russia is talking about invading Ukraine because some of the stuff that they're doing in their country that Russia don't like, and Russia's like, y'all too close to us, and y'all doing this. Basically, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, y'all doing all this, we ain't with that, and y'all too close. So Russia is planning to invade Ukraine. So that's just one situation, which that's gonna bring America in, right? And America is spread thin around this earth. Then everybody business.
The military.
Right, the military. They bullies. Just like what is it? Taiwan and China. America is in the middle of that too. Being allies with Taiwan. China is talking about invading Taiwan. America is trying to stand up for Taiwan and Ukraine. Who else? Let me see. Because I got
Israel.
videos about.
So while he's looking up a few things, I just wanted to say that we're talking about what's going on throughout the earth. So let's just keep it real. A lot of y'all black people lost. Y'all don't know what we talking about because it was a point in time where we didn't keep up with what goes on in the world. So he's telling you about America's beefs or countries America cool with and they got beef. So if they fight, America gonna have to fight. That's pretty much what he's saying. And we're at the point in time where everybody beefing hard with everybody and somebody finna swing.
Right. Just like Iran, I don't know how could I forget about them. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures prophesy, you know what I'm saying, about the Medes, the Persian Medes, which is modern day Iran. You know what I'm saying? It talks about that. America, Babylon. They didn't everybody getting together and destroying America. You know, you like got to have eyes and ears to see this in the Bible or whatnot. It's not gonna say America gonna be destroyed. No. It's gonna say Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon.
The Bible speaking codes.
Exactly.
And
Right.
no shade, but that's how you telling yourself that you don't know the Bible or don't read it.
Right.
Because the Bible speaking codes.
Right. And another thing too, modern day today don't go by the old names in the Bible as far as, you know what I'm saying, different nations like Edom or who else?
Philistines.
The Philistines, right? The Canaanites. You know
Just
what I'm
like
saying?
they made us change our names,
Right.
they changed the names of people, lands, all of
Right.
that. So, but he's just letting you know war is coming.
Right. Just like, for instance, or whatnot, the Sudanese, the South Sudanese, they are really the Egyptians. You know? So, you know, everything got changed up or whatnot. We all know that.
Right. Just like our names.
Right, exactly. Why we got these European names or whatnot. You know? It just don't make no sense. But America got their hand in some of everything. Again, they spread thin. You know what I'm saying? And then people look at America like, oh, America been on top. You know what I'm saying? We always tearing shit up. You know what I'm saying? In other words, we the ones doing it. You know, nobody's never touched America or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The only people who touched America is America. You know, but
it's a crash course in history, but it's just to let you guys know we've been taught to not really even watch the news. It's boring. Or we watch the usual MSNBC, CNN, and that's a start. Because our people don't even watch the news.
Right.
You might watch the local news 247, but our people don't watch the news because again, it's too sad and we don't want to know what's really happening. So CNN is a start. I'm not knocking you if you watch CNN, but what he's telling you is there's things called alternative media, and you may want to go on YouTube or somewhere else and look at the news from another person's perspective that's not being paid from a company that's owned by the rich people that rule the world. Because these NBC and all of that is owned by people, and people can say what to put on the news and what not.
Right, like them Israelis or whatnot. They the ones who own the TV stations and all that stuff, the news and all that stuff. And they the ones who run the world. You know what I'm saying?
And regardless to if you believe it or not, the Bible says that this place will be destroyed. So that's why he's going into what's going on around the world that ultimately involves America too, because I know a lot of you may be thinking, why are we happy about this? Why are we seem excited talking about it? Because that's another video.
Right.
But the short answer is read your Bible and you'll know why we're excited, and you should want to be free.
Right.
Don't you want to be free? Don't you want to be able to like wear your hair how you want and it can't be no rules or punishments? A whole law got to be passed because of your God-given strands.
Right.
But that's another video. But again, War is coming. Y'all heard this heathen say it, and it's all over the world if you just kind of pay a little bit of attention. So prepare.
Yeah,
Every
prepare.
video we telling y'all about that. Prepare. Put up some food, put up some water, put a couple seeds in the ground, and now I can say that and not feel like a hypocrite.
Yeah, get you some of these, get some of them guns.
Get you some protection,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
You know, we know that, you know, ain't no guns or whatever, all this stuff, whatever we do, it's not gonna save us. But faith without works is dead. So, you know what I'm saying?
Because in the church, we taught just to pray. Pray it all away. Pray it away. You certain things you can't pray away, especially when God said it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
If our ancestors could have, don't you think they would have prayed slave? Don't you think when they was on them ships, they was praying for it to end?
Yeah.
But how many hundreds of years of slavery went on after that?
Right.
So yeah, it's power in prayer. But if God say this gonna happen, you can't pray it away.
Right, you can't pray. And that's another thing, that's a good thing that you brought that up, because you know, I get on social media and all I see is we got to pray this way and we got to pray against this and COVID-19 is
And
this
pray
and
for
that,
America.
and pray for America and all that. When do it say that in the Bible, man? Pray for America. Or pray for your oppressor.
When do America pray for us?
Right.
They stay all day with this Asian stuff, but what about us? We ain't even speaking on it for real because we know it. We don't expect nothing.
Right.
We know there ain't no love for us.
Right, exactly. Do y'all know though? Is it getting through y'all head yet?
It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how you speak. It don't matter how you change your hair. It don't matter how thin you can be. It don't matter how educated, how articulate. They hate you. It's a perpetual hatred. And God set it up this way. God wants them to hate us. And guess what he wants you to do with them?
Right. God put the spirit in them to hate you.
And he put them in charge of us because if you read the Bible, our ancestors wanted to be with them so bad. Our men wanted their women. Ain't nothing changed. And we wanted to do like they was doing. Why you think your mama them taught you to straighten your hair?
Yeah.
Who you think she was trying to tell you to be like? That's God put them in charge and control over us. We ain't want to listen to God. Oh, y'all want to listen to them? Okay, you know how you don't want to listen to me? You want to listen to your daddy? Well, you go on over with your daddy, people. Same thing. Y'all don't want to listen to me and the laws I gave you, the 10 Commandments. Y'all want to follow these other nations? All right. Well, I'm gonna put them in control of y'all. Y'all don't want me in control. But some of y'all love it. Y'all love them in control of us. Y'all love their laws.
Yep.
Y'all love this stuff that they do. Anything, long as they gonna give you some money, long as they gonna give you a free house, you will throw your man under the bus for a roof over your head because you only got to pay $200 a month and Section 8 paying the other $800. You will sell your man up the river for a little house that you don't even own.
Right. And another thing too, like we got to understand, like it's a lot of stuff going on, like the economy.
Oh
the
my
dollar.
God. Don't stop. He say all the time, why y'all think they giving out all this money?
Right,
When in the history, I don't know how old y'all is, but I done did a solid 3 decades. And I ain't never heard when I was little or seen with my own 2 eyes the government give out cash money. I'm not talking about a food stamp voucher. I'm not talking about a bridge card. I'm not talking about a housing voucher. I'm talking about cash money. When? When have they ever?
And you know why this is like this, or why they doing this? One of the reasons, because the dollar is going down. It's about to be toilet paper.
Now, this is another thing we don't really know about. My husband talking to y'all like y'all know what he talking about. And I know you don't know what he talking about because people tell us they don't be knowing what we talking about. So I'm going to break it down for y'all. As black people, we not taught economics. We had it in school. I remember taking the class, but we don't know nothing about it. So America, we got that stuff called like dollar bills. Yeah, and that stuff is what, paper and cotton, a mix of a few different things. That's how you make it, right? Okay. So in the real world, you have to have something to back money,
Something
right? Because
behind
it's
that.
just really a piece of paper. Like Monopoly, that money just really a piece of paper. So America decided in what, the 30s, maybe something like that, was it FDR? One of these white presidents decided we're going to change the way the money system works. This is a crash course, okay? Because biblically they dealt with shekels, gold and silver, and
Right.
that's how America was kind of doing it before they decided to come up with the paper dollar. And when they did that, that's why you ever notice why old people be mad, talking about Social Security, they be so mad and irritated, because they know, they understand that this money is not really real. It's not backed by anything. Could you imagine walking around with a gold nugget in your pocket? This is all. If you look at the money, it actually tells you what it is. The money is almost like, not like a receipt, but it's just something to say you're owed something. And when would go to collect, you would actually get, that saying is worth its weight in gold. Anyway, the money system that we have today is fake. I don't really know how to explain it to y'all no other way. It's fake. It's no real value in the paper dollar. And a lot of countries aren't using the dollar to do international business. I know that's a lot, but stick with me. The point is, the reason they're giving all of this out like it's nothing is because the value of it is nothing. For example, if you live in another country, one of these may equal 10, because the American dollar is so much higher than other countries. But now it's starting to be the other way. 10 of these is going to really be one of these. Y'all get the point now? The value of this is really like 25 cents.
So you see why they're giving it to us, because it's going down.
Let me help y'all explain. Remember that dollar bag of hot chips? How much they cost now?
Inflation.
Yeah, I remember.
That's what you call inflation. And you see how the groceries are going up. The grocery prices.
Y'all remember them 25-cent quarter bag chips? How much they cost? Do they even still sell them? Can you even get a bag of chips for a quarter? I don't know. But y'all get the point. This is what we trying to say with the money. Did y'all ever ask yourself why the government giving out all this unemployment money, or was you too busy trying to knock the next person for getting it?
Not just unemployment. PPP,
SBA,
all that stuff.
Stimulus.
Right.
It's people who knock people for getting unemployment and buying stuff with it. Oh, you got a card from unemployment, it don't count. That's how destroyed we are. Do you think white people be like, oh, you stole this money and did a Ponzi scheme from your own people? This yacht doesn't count.
Oh,
or is they like, go tell your server to bring me another drink? Oh, you got them dummies, and then they, cheers with their drinks. We the only people who look down on each other for making a move, for doing what they do. When white people get caught up in white collar crimes, embezzlement, scams, Bernie Madoff, they don't do each other the way we do each other. Do you think them people who knew what he was doing was knocking him and talking about him, or was they getting the little crumbs that fell from his table?
Right.
And I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying, if we ain't for each other, who gonna be for us? Everybody hate us. And you know what I heard an elder say? We even hate us. And that's the part he said he got a problem with. And that's the part I got a problem with. The Bible say they gonna hate us. That's their job to hate us, actually.
Yep.
It's their job. And they doing
I put it in them.
They employee of the damn year. That's their job to hate us. But what is it our job? Have you ever looked in the Bible and realized what is your job when it comes to these other nations? Did God tell you to love them and treat them with dignity and respect while they whip your back open? You know what I'm saying? So we need to think about all of this. But y'all gonna quit knocking people for doing productive things with their money. Now, $1,000 worth of fireworks, y'all was crazy last year. I don't even understand that part. But somebody bought a car with their unemployment money and someone was talking stuff. I'm like, we can't look at us. Look how we do each other.
Or they'd be like, that unemployment almost gone. I know y'all gonna be selling them guns and this and that and all that stuff. You know what I'm
when
saying?
They like cut the extra money, people was talking stuff like basically gonna have to pawn everything you bought now because now you broke. It's like we sit back and wait. We want each other to fall on hard times. We want each other to be doing bad. We don't want each other to do no better than what we deem you should do.
Right.
Like if anybody who watching this is a Hebrew Israelite in the truth, like the group Sakari. They came under a lot of water, and one of them said, it's like y'all want us to just die.
Yeah.
And I had to check myself, because even though I disagree with some stuff, the point is these still my brothers.
Exactly.
So I don't want to see my people doing bad. I don't want to see my people hurting. If my people getting over on the government, so what? Don't you know the government getting over on you? Oh, hell no. You don't know
400 years.
You don't know nothing about paying taxes on wages, huh? If you did a little research on paying taxes on your wages, meaning your paycheck, you know, that FICA and all that crap that come out before you even get your money, watch one video on it. You will never hate on a black person again for getting their money however they get it, because we're not supposed to be paying taxes on our wages. Y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't even think about that. This is the type of stuff you find out about this place, and then you see why we sitting up smiling like, ooh yeah, they finna get it now.
Hell yeah.
We're not supposed
It's
to even be
prophesied.
paying. I ain't even finna go into that because the last man who made that video, he ended up dead. But the point is, we gotta be happy for each other and congratulate. We gotta stop looking for just because, oh, I got a house, but this person got a house 2 times bigger than mine, I'm gonna find something negative and nasty to say and be hating on them. Like, no, that ain't. If you got something to say, you need to be the edified person, a better person. Like when I was talking about the females in these wrestling suits. First of all, being naked out in the streets don't secure no husband. First of all. Second of all, certain things ain't made for all body types. You should know that. That's why I'm speaking on it, because as a black woman, it makes me feel a certain type of way. And I'm in a store with my husband, we in a restaurant, and this lady in there half naked. And not even, no attractive half naked, just to keep it real. It's like we lower our worth and our value. Then 3 kids later, y'all want the 6-figure man. Yeah, I be seeing them videos on Facebook. Yeah, I see that 6-figure talk, that stuff that's going on. I call it low level, because my husband's like, what you mean by low level? And I'm just like this. You can't abuse your body, because that's what the scriptures say. We abuse our bodies through much liberty. You want to or whore off your teens, 20s, and 30s, maybe 40s, and then 50, all of a sudden, oh, you want a man, but ain't no good man, and ain't no man handle you. Let me tell you something, sis. The men don't want nobody with a high body count. Nobody. It don't matter if his body count triple yours, because that's usually the case, right? And that's why we be mad, like, forget these niggas. We can't do what they do. A man can have triple the body count you got, and he can go get a woman and get a pat on the back. We all know it. We all know that double standard. You cannot. You're going to regret it. You're going to regret it when that baby boy who's so cute when he turned 15 and he cussing you the hell out and you ain't got no man, yeah, you're gonna regret that shit then. So we need to cut it out, trying to make it seem like our shit don't stink and trying to tear each other down and build up. But ladies, I'm telling you, being naked in the street is not the way to secure no husband. Right. If that's what you saying you really want, because I don't know no woman who wake up and say, I just want to be a single mother. You just play the hand that you dealt. But I'm telling y'all, we got to cut this stuff out as women are. I got a daughter now. Even though I've never been that type, I'm so conscious, more conscious every day. What I do, what I say, the way I dance. I dance one way when it's just me and my husband. Yeah. But when my kids around, I got to dance a different way. And sometimes that instinct, before you know it, them hips moving. But I had to learn, take it up. Instead of moving them hips, as soon as I hear some music, I do this now. So my daughter doing all kind of weird like this, but we'd rather her doing that than to just be dancing. Don't have to be sexual.
Right.
So I just wanted to say that about our behavior as a people. We got to do better, y'all, because the things I'm reading in this book is just a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. But we're gonna go to the next video or whatnot. This is Taiwan and China. So here we go.
And America has issues with China because they can't control China.
Right. America got big issues with China.
Y'all know how much stuff we get from China, right? Look at your clothes.
Right.
So what you think gonna happen?
Right.
If it enters a restricted zone, it will be handled under the rules. If we need to open fire, we open fire. That's the message from Taiwan's head of Ocean Affairs Council when asked about the potential of a Chinese drone flying into their territorial waters. So far, though Beijing has conducted almost daily flyovers of the region, no aircraft have entered restricted space of the semi-autonomous Taiwan, which extends 6 kilometers off the coast. But the island of interest here is a tiny strip of land where no civilians live that gets frequent visits from scientists conducting research called Pratas. It's the closest piece of real estate Taiwan has to Hong Kong. And numerous other countries are laying competing claims for other tiny islands in the South China Sea, where the U.S. has been known to conduct naval drills with allies. So joining us to explain the ongoing tensions in that region is Surab Gupta. He's a senior Asia-Pacific International Relations policy expert at the Institute for China-America Studies. Our friend Surab, thank you for joining us today. The USS Teddy Roosevelt, the carrier strike group, just completed exercises with Malaysia's Air Force while the USS John McCain destroyer sailed through the Taiwan Strait. Why does the U.S. conduct such exercises there, and how do you think China viewed this exercise?
The reason the U.S. conducts these exercises and navigates these waters is primarily to mark its presence, to reassure allies, and to deter any adventurous moves that might come from the Chinese side. This is the reason the U.S. is there and will stay out there. Obviously, China doesn't enjoy this, doesn't like this. This is very close to its territorial waters. But at the end of the day, what really irritates China is when U.S. conducts freedom of navigation operations within what China claims to be its territorial seas, because China demands that there be prior notification for entering these waters, while U.S. has a different interpretation of the law. So that is where the fundamental tension lies. It's more a legal tension, actually.
So why does China then conduct so many flyovers near Taiwan? Is this saber rattling of sorts?
There is an element of saber rattling, but I think the more important reasons are, of course, it considers Taiwan as part of its territory, which it does not have control over. It wants to have control over that territory. And we must understand that most of these flyovers, not this drone one, which incident we talked about, but most of the flyovers happen at the southern edge of Taiwan's air defense identification zone, because that part, that southern edge, fundamentally is very, very strategic maritime, very strategic airspace in the context of a Taiwan contingency, and that's where the Spratlys Island comes in, because there is this narrow straits between the Philippines and Taiwan, and those narrow straits will assume enormous importance if there's a Taiwan contingency and if there's the need for an embargo of the island.
Interesting. Well, China, we know now, has dispatched a battle group to the region in response to these drills. Could this be Xi Jinping testing Joe Biden to see his tolerance?
But up to a point, China has been basically circumlocuting the island with its carrier battle group, and it has brought more and more assets so as to do contingency relevant military exercises. But fundamentally, why we are seeing this tension rise and has risen for some time is because within this past 12 months and continuing with the Joe Biden administration, the U.S. has taken fairly robust pro-Taiwan stances, which have angered China. There's been a huge arms sales decision, the largest arms sale since 1992. There was recently a memorandum of understanding.
All right, y'all got the gist of it or whatnot. America is
A piece of shit.
a piece of shit. Let's get that. But America she's in bed with a lot of different countries or whatnot. And America has a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies America got. You know what I'm saying? Let's name some off. Iraq, Iran, Venezuela,
Everybody.
Russia. Everybody.
Except the black American.
So, right. But it's coming to a head. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think they're going to keep, oh, we going to war, we going to war, we going to war, and it don't happen?
May I?
Go ahead.
No, they don't believe you, because you know what y'all say? Oh, they've been talking about Jesus coming since the old days and ain't nothing never happened. So now y'all don't believe shit stank, and no, you ain't gonna go store up and get nothing no extra. You think you gonna come up in somebody else's house when the shit hit the fan, but y'all know what country we live in, so you know what everybody got in their house. But let me back up. Why did I say America was a piece of shit? Did y'all hear the video? Of course not. We don't listen for comprehension. We don't read for comprehension. Do y'all not hear what they're saying? Okay, you know how you got water and And you know how you got like big amounts of water, like a fucking ocean? Yeah. So the white man them and these Asian people done built these ships and shit. And they out there in the water trying to say who gonna be able to do what. But let me ask you this. This is why I say American piece of shit. You ready? What white man you know can make water? What Asian man you know that can create an ocean? So how dare they? The audacity. Do you not hear what these people are saying and doing? They go find land that's not inhabited or is inhabited and kill everybody off, but that's another story. Or they'll find waters that are, you got like, you know how you got property and you might have some grass that look like it's your property, but it ain't really. It belongs to the city. America will go on some waters and be like, well, this is like neutral land, or maybe it ain't. This is the South China Sea. But regardless of the fact, yeah, we're gonna come put our ships here because we want to regulate the ports. We want to drill for oil. We want to regulate all this. And you motherfuckers, we might let y'all come on the water that's near y'all land, but y'all gotta follow our guidelines for it again. Who created water? Earth, who created the earth? Man or God? Y'all ever notice that we pay for water? And I ain't even talking about if you don't drink bottled water. That tap that come through your faucet. You pay for that. But who can create water? This is the audacity of these people. Do you know that in the Bible, God broke up the earth, gave everybody a portion because he's so just and so righteous? Everybody got a portion of the earth and ain't not one. Well, let me not say one not no better than the other, but you have everything you need on your portion. That's why certain people got certain things in certain parts of the earth and we may not, but we still have what we need. And if we cool, we can trade. But America, you got to do it all on their terms. How somebody gonna tell you what you can do in the water that God created? Do y'all hear how proud and arrogant these people are? The audacity of them to regulate what go on. What did it say? South China Sea. Did it not? China Sea.
And you said something that was
these people.
That was like significant or whatnot. You said something about them being proud.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very proud and arrogant people. Just think about what they say. We want to regulate these waters, but God made that. Just like your house, you can't dig without, you ain't supposed to dig without calling a utility company. But the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So how can the white man tell me that I gotta call a number before I can dig up my grass in my yard? Do y'all see how they try to run shit that God created? God put this here for us. And they charging us for the water that God made.
All right. I'm just trying to find the scripture right quick.
These people are wicked. I know we love, well, I ain't gonna say we because I don't love their ass, but I know y'all love some of their stuff. Some of their stuff is convenient to have. But let me slow down and say they ain't even created. Most of the stuff is created was by a black person. So all of this stuff that we feel like, oh, we got to have to be over here, live over here, it was our people's brilliant minds that made it. For example, the air conditioner. So if we repatriate or go back to Africa, I think the same person that invented the air conditioner in America, I think he could do that all over again if need be, or the patents are still there. Y'all get my point. Let's not worship this place like there ain't nothing else left on the earth. Where did God say that the only good place to dwell was America? This ain't God's chosen land. If you look in the Bible, God got a chosen land and a people, and it's Israel.
I got the scripture right here.
The real Israel.
Proverbs 16 and 18. And it reads, pride goeth before destruction. So just how prideful that white man is or whatnot, it's destruction coming next. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
So if you want to be puffed up, thinking you the ish, your fall is right behind it. And let me ask y'all something, because I know most of the black people we talk to, they don't want to hear this and they don't believe us. But let me ask you, what bully is a bully for their whole life? Y'all ever went to school? Remember somebody you went to school with, they was a bully, but then you ran into them again later in life and they was complete opposite. They wasn't the bully the whole school year. They wasn't the bully the whole 4 years of high school. How long can one person be in charge? Y'all get where I'm going with that? How long can America be in charge of the earth? How long can America set the tone for beauty? You know the standards for beauty is straight hair. I think we all know that, right? Put the Bible aside. That's the standard of beauty right now, right? That's why most of y'all got y'all straight hair, or you got that nappy hair up under a wig or a weave, right? And not that I think your hair is nappy. That word is a sin in this house.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what you can understand. How long are they going to be in control? Don't you think the standard of beauty need to change? Like, remember back in the day, it wasn't all this, if you're natural. Back in the day, they didn't have all the stuff they got for natural hair now, that they got now. They realized the money, and they realized we ain't playing. Everybody and their mama got a natural hair product for you. They selling coconut oil at the beauty supply, which some of y'all may not even really know what I'm talking about, but some of you do. How long can the standard of beauty be straight blonde hair, stringy blonde hair, and thin fish lips and narrow noses? When broad nose is gonna be the style that everyone seeks after? Because a lot of them are seeking after the fuller lips and the more curvaceousness that we naturally have off doing nothing. They work for the bodies that we have naturally.
Right.
And I mean work, money, paying for surgery, cutting, and they be out there working out doing them squats. Most black women, we ain't even gotta do squats really till we get older just to keep it tight. It's usually it's just there. But you get my point. There's certain features about us they ain't envying. You know, they don't want these fat noses. They don't want this nappy hair.
They don't want that skin neither.
Right. But that should be the standard of beauty. So that's an example of me trying to tell you what's happening. God said certain people be in charge for a certain amount of time. And then that's it. Your time is over. Their time is coming.
Let's get that anyway. Times the Gentile be fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. And we don't want our people to be caught unaware, caught slipping. The Bible say we supposed to put each other up on game. It don't say it like that, but you know what I mean. I want to be understood. So I'm not trying to speak no big fancy word. We supposed to warn our people. That's how we look out. God gonna get you if you don't quit doing that.
Right.
The Lord ain't gonna keep giving you chances.
Right, exactly. I got a lot of scripture I gotta find too. Because we trying to get the blood off our hands. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a scripture that says the Most High said, you see your people doing something and you don't warn them or whatnot, then they blood on your hands.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what is that? Luke 21 and 24. And it reads, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. Now, that's talking about Israel. That's talking about so-called African Americans, so-called black people. This is what it's talking about. Because we was led into captive into all nations. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Meaning the Gentiles will be over there now. Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And that time is being fulfilled.
Just to break that scripture down, Jerusalem is over in Israel. Israel is next door to Africa. Depending on who you talk to, will say it's part of Africa. That's where we came from. The Bible said Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Okay, the Bible didn't deal with the terms America, Africa, and that type of stuff. So the Bible, it told the future. It's telling you that these mystery people, which is really us, will go into slavery in all nations. That's why you have black people over in Asia, black people over in Europe, and you be like, hey, what they doing over there?
Right.
Because when we sinned, God said, y'all so bad, y'all got to get out, but y'all ain't all going to the same place. So he scattered us all across the earth for our sins.
Let me get that right quick.
Just to break down some of these Bible scriptures to you guys.
Deuteronomy 28:64. And it reads, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. And it's about to explain the gods that we've been serving. It says, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood, the wooden cross, and stone, the stone that's over in Mecca, the Kabbalah or whatnot.
The Muslims deal with that heavy.
Exactly. And the Christians deal with the wooden cross.
So God is letting us know that once he kicked us out of the land that he wanted us to live in for our sins, the new places we was gonna go via the slave ship, them boats, we was gonna serve they gods. You ever wonder why black people like Russell Simmons is into Buddhism and stuff like that?
Mm.
Remember the movie Tina Turner when she wrong all of that? She tried to find her inner peace to get away from Ike Turner. That's the stuff God is talking about. That ain't our stuff. That's why you don't see too many black people in it. But that's what he means we're gonna serve other gods, whether you believe it or not. Being a Muslim, being a Buddhist, Hindu, that's serving another God because the God Almighty did not create you to serve no fat Asian man with a big old fat belly, Buddha, and to rub on his big belly. And Krishna and all these other gods. You ever seen that thing with all the arms and all the legs? Those are gods.
That's the is that the India god?
That's the Indians.
God,
you know, the people that have that red dot in their forehead.
That's their god.
The Indians, that's their god. And if you pay attention, most of the gods look like the people.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You're right.
Buddha, he look Asian, don't he? Don't he?
Look at Jesus.
He look white,
He
don't
look white.
like the people that made him.
Exactly, right.
So what your God look like? Exactly. What kind of hair you think he got? Another video, another day.
Exactly. Let's see. I think we got the gist of it. We've been on here quite a while.
How long we been on?
36.
Ooh. Oh, and I wanted to say too, when he said it's our duty to tell our people what's going on so the blood won't be on our hands. Let me tell you, this is all we do. So we have people who we watch and listen to who tell us different things and things that we miss. We not up on everything. We got 2 little kids and he got a whole business to run. So we miss stuff all the time, and that's why we watch things independently and then we come together. Did you see this? Did you see that? But just so you know, we watch people. We'll listen to anybody as long as they speaking that truth from the Bible. So just so you know, there's people that we watch who educate us. We don't know everything.
And the Bible tells us to be vigilant. You know, we got to keep watching.
Oh my gosh.
We got to keep watching. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just elaborate on that. So many black people tell us they don't watch the news because it's so bad. Like, you know, it's gonna still be bad whether you watch it or not.
Right.
Why not watch it so you at least know what's going on?
Exactly.
At the minimum,
you mentioned that, yeah.
Because y'all got to stop saying that. I know that hit some of y'all because we've had black people tell us that, and there's nothing new under the sun. So you ain't the only one that feel that way, but you cannot do that. You cannot do that, and the reason you're doing that is out of fear, probably.
Right.
You cannot do that. God don't want you to be feared. God did not give none of us the spirit of fear.
Let's get there.
So we need to shake that by any means necessary. And I'm speaking to myself because I went through it bad for some years when I realized wasn't no rapture, that I'm gonna have to be on the earth and go through bad and experience bad stuff. Like that video that's circulating with that lieutenant from the army and the police pepper spraying him and threatening to shoot him. Like, I didn't think I would be living to see things like this. Don't your heart still mourn when you think about Trayvon Martin?
Right. Now, this is Jeremiah 46 and 27. And it reads, it says, but fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. He's talking about Israel. He's talking about his people. And be not dismayed, O Israel. Again, he's talking to his people. For behold, I will save thee from afar, and from thy seed. Oh no, let me take that back. I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Now it just said a whole lot with just that one piece of little scripture. And no, it says, I will save thee from afar off, where he scattered us to, right? And thy seed, which will be us, right? From the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return where? To Israel, to where we from, and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. So the Most High says, fear not.
He know we would be afraid over here.
Right.
And he's telling you, don't be afraid. He in control of everything. This information is new. It's different. It's scary. You're not really hearing this type of talk from nobody else. But let me tell you, it's a whole community of people all over the world who know what's going on, who are just like us. But at one point, they were just like you. We were just like you. We didn't watch the news. We didn't know. Do you know it's countries we don't even know exist?
Yeah.
We never even heard of them. We just gonna keep it real. So we know the state our people in. And if you more aware, then this may be too low for you and you may be deeper, and that's fine. But we're trying to reach certain people.
Exactly.
So we're going from the basics, 1+1 on some things. So forgive, the redundance of it. But we have people saying they don't understand some things that we're saying. So we can't take it for granted and assume everybody know the Bible, everybody understand it. A lot of y'all don't even know that the Bible wasn't even originally written in English and that it's been translated multiple times.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to this, we know, but we just want to do our part to pass on the information to our people because we believe there's going to be a day where there's not going to be no internet. We're not going to be able to discuss these kinds of matters.
And not only that, you know what I'm saying? Another reason that we're doing it or whatnot, because we love our people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We love our people or whatnot. You going into the animal world or whatnot, you got the gorillas. You know what I'm saying? They take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? They don't go off mating with monkeys and you know what I'm saying? Other different other different species of monkeys or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That gorilla gonna stay with that gorilla. You know what I'm saying?
You sure he ain't gonna be like these gorillas got too much attitude? I'm gonna go be with a chimpanzee. You sure?
No way. But as far as the point I'm getting at, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to come together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not see it right now, but the Most High tells us to gather ourselves. Oh, nation not desired. We're not desired by these other nations or whatnot. We're going to have to come together.
And quit desiring to want to be desired by them. Y'all want them to accept you and fit in so bad. Y'all chopping off pieces of y'all nose. Lord have mercy.
The hell with these people, man. The hell with these
y'all
people.
Bleaching y'all skin. People still doing that. People getting surgeries to look different.
It's a lot. It's a lot, Israel. You know what I'm saying? And I know we probably ain't even covered a fraction of what's on our mind or
Part
whatnot.
2
you know
coming.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
To subscribe to our YouTube channel because part 2 of this is about to come. A lot needs to be said. But what he's saying as we wrap up, we got to work together. We on the same team, y'all. And after all these years of trying every other way, it still ain't working. You still ain't gonna build up the black community with a white woman. So at the end of the day, and that's what it's supposed to be about, right? Us building and reestablishing us and our identity.
Restoring us, exactly.
Like Muhammad Ali, I just seen an old clip of him and he was saying, why we can't have our own? Why do the white people want us to stay here and be with them? Why is it such a big deal that we want to go have our own military, our own hospitals, our own clinics, our own schools? I'm already homeschooling my son anyway. I follow the Bible. Why I can't just continue to homeschool? So it's nothing wrong with having our own. America got its own military, right?
Right.
The black African Americans, we should have our own military, right?
Right.
Everyone else does.
We got our own Bible. You know what I'm saying? But them devils stole that. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing that's theirs. You know what I'm saying?
But them goddamn caves they crawled
out of. That's it. The caves. That's all. Anything else they stole.
Don't let them tell you that they came to Africa to civilize our people. That's a lie. That is a
That's a
lie.
lie from the
You
pits
tell
of
me
hell.
how we the people that with the most patents that invented everything, but they had to teach us. If the white man had to teach us how to be civilized, then why our people invent GPS? Why our people invent the traffic light? Why our people invent the air conditioner? Do I need to go on?
The heater, radiator heater. I mean, it's a
If
lot.
they got all the intellect, why all the inventions is black?
Somebody lied. Somebody
Yeah,
lied.
yeah, big time.
Big time.
And
Somebody.
continuing to
And they
lie.
continue. And they still holding on to the lie. But the hell with that. We see the lie. We see the lies over here and whatnot.
Some of y'all want to be like them so bad it's disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all want what they give it. Look, what woman don't want a nice big ring and a big house and a big car? But if my man can't give me that, that don't mean I don't love him just because
Right.
her man could give it. Because the reason your man could give you that, because your man ain't got racial profiling. Your man probably got a hookup at the job too. Probably ain't got no degree, no credentials, just nepotism.
Through the
The
family.
hookup.
They probably got to hook up through the family,
Right.
whatever.
He probably got a inheritance. How many black people know about an inheritance? And that's biblical, an inheritance. We don't do that. So of course, you know white people when they get married, sometimes they get $10,000, $20,000 gifted to them. Did y'all know that? So if my man can't buy me a brand new car, I'm not gonna be mad at that because I'm just like him. So I know the struggle. I'm not gonna pretend that I deserve so much better and I ain't got time to work on no broke black man who can't buy me a brand new BMW. So I'm gonna go get with this white man who act like he remotely interested in me because I know he can provide all this and that. That's what a lot of y'all doing. A lot of y'all males, you athletes, you entertainers, I ain't really a fan of watching other people pockets like that. But the more I read this sister's book, I realize why y'all venture off. Why y'all want to be with these other people? Because it's still that white savior complex.
Yeah.
No matter how much dreads, what you say, power to the people, Maya Angelou, may she rest. A lot of these people was married to heathens, to the other nations. So what does that say about them? How down can you be for black people when you don't even want black kids? Because you procreate or mate with someone who's going to wash that away.
Yeah. But we digress. We're gonna go ahead and end this video or whatnot. It's been good talking, to Israel, to our people or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. All praise to Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, for giving us this knowledge and wisdom or whatnot. For choosing us, you know. But with that being said, we hope everybody had a good Shabbat. And with that being said, Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.